Welcome! In this series of videos, we will look at software that complements the PowerBasic Windows compiler. Today we will look at the Icofx application to allow you to create icons and graphics for your applications. Today we're not going to look at code, we're going to look at the application I use to create the graphics, the icons and the bitmaps for the applications themselves. This is an application called Icofx. Icofx is a very flexible Windows package to manipulate graphics. The package itself is a commercial application. However, it can be used free for 30 days for evaluation purposes. As well as providing a comprehensive set of tools in order to manipulate your icons and graphics, it also comes with tutorials. The tutorials tell you all you need to do about using the application, right from creating icons from image objects, to changing the icon of an existing application, converting icons from Macintosh to Windows icons and vice versa, and how to create your very first icon. The application comes in 3 different versions: a home license, a business license, and a site license. The home license is quite adequate for doing your own icons in your non-commercial applications. If you wish to use the icons commercially, then you should go for the business license. The business license additionally gives you extra functionality, for example batch processing, creating and editing toolbar image strips, creating iPhone and Android icons, as well as being able to use the icons for commercial purposes. The site license is intended for large commercial organizations who have many developers needing to use these graphics facilities. However, it's quite easy to go to the download page and download an evaluation version which you can use for up to 30 days. Now we have a look at the application itself. So to create a new Windows icon, click here and you get the choice of the size and type of icon you wish to create. It will allow you to create everything from a 16 by 16 icon all the way up to a 256 by 256 icon, plus the option of custom sizes. If we're looking for 32 by 32 and hit the OK, it will create a blank icon onto which you can then start to create. If we have a look at the options, we can quite happily pick a colour, decide what kind of fill we're wanting, for example a gradient fill, and there is our custom icon. The application allows you to work on several icons at the one time. You can quite happily knit back and create another new icon and swap between them quite happily. The other bonus is you can create an icon from an image. There we go, there's an icon created from an image. And as well as creating the icon at the largest size, the 256 by 256, it's also created all the smaller size icons automatically. You can leave this in your icon file, or you can decide that you don't need the smallest ones and quite happily remove them from the icon file. So you can pick the size of the icon that's appropriate for your application. If you purchase the commercial license, you can also use the toolbar image strip, into which you can quite happily slot a number of icons to have a toolbar, again of whichever size you deem appropriate. And then into this we can quite happily slot each of our icons. Going even further than that, you can create and use new icon libraries. For example, if we want to look at an executable we've already prepared, for example the one we used for the hex maps in our last video, it will show you the icons that exist within that application. And you can quite happily add a new icon or change an existing icon. Now normally this is something you would do in the application itself, but it does give the ability for you to create a DLL with all your icons in it. This is an approach some developers take, to have an executable which takes all its icons from an associated DLL. This allows you to change the icons at some future date without having to recompile the executable, as long as the icons are appropriately named and still referenced within the executable. If you wish to manipulate graphics rather than just icons, click on New Image, and it will pick up the standard size, and then here you can actually create a graphic. You can also load in existing graphics. If we have a look at our graphics here, we can pick any of the graphics we've already created. We'll open this as an image, and then in here we can add additional information or move things around. So having opened this graphic, we can now make amendments to it. For example, we want to actually pick the current color, and we would want to set a gradient on this one. Let's try for something lighter. So we can quite happily go in and create a new graphic, which is gradient filled on top of the existing graphics. And saving that would of course update the bitmap. And you have a preview window, as in many of these types of applications, that shows you what the graphic will actually look like. So this has been a very short introduction to an excellent package, which I can thoroughly recommend. But that's it for today. Thank you for watching.